Hello, and welcome back to Tech Tuesday. In the past, I've showed you how to use ChatGPT to do a number of different things. Maybe it's outlining a particular unit of study. Maybe it's even coming up with a multiple choice quiz. We're going to talk a lot more about AI at the beginning of the year. Mr. Castro and I are actually going to put together a little PD for AI because it's something that's definitely an emerging tool in education. But I wanted to show you just a few more tricks before the end of the year. So what I've done here is I've actually taken a student's essay. I'm going to copy and paste it into ChatGPT. I'm going to figure out what the student needs to work on and then come up with a more individualized plan of study for that student. Let's take a look at how that works. I have my ChatGPT text box open. I'm going to go ahead and ask. I'm looking at a student's narrative, these narratives that I'm currently grading, and I wanted to give them a little bit of supplemental help. And so I'm going to go ahead, copy and paste the narrative into the box here. Control C, Control V, pasting that there. And then it's going to actually go through, take a look at the narrative, and much faster than I could, give some feedback in terms of what this student needs to work on by actually giving examples from the narrative here as well. So there's a lot this student needs to work on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, no, that's okay. I don't need a revision of a paragraph, but I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste these units into the text box here. These are units of grammar that I usually don't use with my students. I might take and pull a couple of these, but not necessarily every one of these. But I'm going to copy and paste all of these here and say, which of these do you think is the most important for the student to do right now? And so I'll paste this here, feed this into the AI, and which of it would be beneficial? Well, sentence structure. Chapter 16 is probably the most beneficial. Okay, great. So that's what I'm going to assign my student. Now, if you want to go even a little bit more into depth here, I can actually take this, Chapter 16, sentence structure. I'm going to go ahead, download this PDF. And this is an extra step. I'll download, save it to my downloads right here. Say, hey, can you actually take a look at this PDF? And even be a little bit more specific. All right, so I'm going to add this, upload, and it'll take a look at that PDF. It may take a little bit of time, but it's going to say, all right, here are the lessons that are probably going to be most beneficial for your student. And it'll actually give me sort of an order there. It'll say, hey, you know what, this one's sentence fragments. Some of that's already covered in the previous lesson, so you probably don't need to do that. And based on all of that, I can go ahead and assign the student something else in order to help them out in their future writing. Thank you for watching this edition of Tech Tuesday. If you have any questions or would like something to be covered in the future, let me know.